2. When we reached Baker Street, Holmes was about to sit down to a hearty breakfast and insisted that we join him. Afterward, he settled heavily on the sofa with a pillow beneath his head. "Now," said Holmes, "tell us what you can." Holmes sat back in his big armchair and gazed at Heatherly with his eyes half closed, the way he always did when he listened intently. "I'm a hydraulic engineer," said Heatherly, "a very good one. 2 years ago, I left the engineering firm where I had learned my trade and went into business for myself. It has been hard going, I'm afraid. Despite all my skills, it hasn't been easy attracting new clients to my little third-floor office. Every day, from 9 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon, I wait there, hoping for someone to walk in and hire me. I've had only 4 small jobs in 2 years. Yesterday, a gentleman came in. He handed me his business card. Colonel Lysander Stark, it said. He was taller than average, balding, and I've never seen anyone so thin. His whole face was sharpened away into nose and chin, and his cheekbones almost stuck out of his skin. He was plainly and neatly dressed, and his age was close to 40. He spoke with a slight German accent. "Mr. Heatherly," he said, "I need the services of a hydraulic engineer, and you have been highly recommended to me. I have been told that you're not only skilled at your job, but you're also a man who can be trusted to keep a secret." I was flattered and asked who had recommended me to him, but he waved the question aside. He did say, however, that he had also been told that I'm an orphan and a bachelor and live alone in London. "That's true," I told him. "But what has that to do with my professional skills? Aren't you here to discuss a professional matter?" "Yes," he said. "I wish to hire you, but you must understand that absolute secrecy is called for. Absolute secrecy. A man who lives alone should find it easier to keep a secret than a man who is surrounded by family. If I promise to keep a secret, I keep it," I said. He was staring suspiciously at me. "Do you promise?" he asked. "I promise," I said. "Absolute and complete silence before, during, and after the job? You'll never speak or write to anyone about any of it?" "I've already given you my word, sir." "Good." He suddenly stood up, darted across the floor, and threw open the office door. He stared up and down the hallway, making sure it was empty, then shut the door and came back. "Now," he said, "we may talk in safety." His strange behavior was making me nervous, as well as important. "Could we get down to the business, sir?" I said. "My time is valuable." Heaven help me for saying those words. The men then offered me 50 guineas for one night's work. That is 10 times what I would have said if he had asked me what my fee would be. "I say a night's work," said the colonel. "But an hour would be nearer the truth. I just need you to look at a stamping machine that seems to have slipped out of gear. We would want you to come out tonight by the last train." "Where to?" "To Eyford, a little place about 7 miles from Reading. There's a train leaving London that will get you there at 11:15. I'll come down in a carriage to meet you," he replied. "Is it a long drive from there?" I asked. "Oh, yes. Our place is way out in the country. It'll be midnight before we reach it. You would miss the last train back, but we can put you up for the night." "Couldn't I come at a more convenient hour?" I suggested. "We are paying you very well for very little work," the colonel snapped. "And you have no family to rush back to. But if you don't want the job—" I told him that I did want it, of course, and I asked him for more details about the job. His story was vague and rather strange, something about having discovered a valuable ore in his backyard, and wanting to mine as much as possible without neighbors noticing. He would sell that ore, then use the money to buy his neighbor's land before they realized how much it was worth. He wanted me to come in the middle of the night because if the neighbors heard that a hydraulic engineer had come, they might get suspicious and ruin all his plans. His story didn't make much sense to me. What good is a stamping machine in digging ore. When I asked him that, he said that he and a partner had come up with their own secret process for processing the ore into bricks. He finally left, after reminding me of what train I should take and making me swear yet again that I would keep his secret. When I look back now, I see so many warning signs that I should have heeded. The huge fee should have been a warning. It was far too much for what he said he wanted done. That fee is what drowned my good sense.